morning everyone, TJ here. Today I'm out at Copper testing the Salomon Huck knife in collaboration with Snowboard Magazine. Let's get into it. All right, real quick for reference, I'm 5'10", I weigh around 155 pounds, and I'm riding the Huck knife in size 156. Now this is Salomon's flagship freestyle twin snowboard. It's a true twin for that freestyle versatility, and it runs camber dominant profile. It runs Salomon's quad camber. So the way they have this set up is aggressive camber zones underfoot going a little bit into the tips with a mellower camber section between the feet and a slight rocker blend towards the contact points. Overall, this creates a pretty significant positive camber profile, and it's actually their most aggressive camber. So this thing should have a very energetic, precise feel to it. You're also gonna find their Popster booster. So that's basically a milled core to help with the flex and make this board a little bit more pressable, and also include some carbon stringers in the tips to help give this board a little bit more pop and energy working with that positive camber profile. Another thing I want to mention real quick is that the first thing I noticed with this snowboard as soon as I picked it up is that it's actually very light. It's always nice to see that in a freestyle board, keeping it a little bit more maneuverable and just lighter underfoot out there. Other than that, you're gonna find Salomon's Royal rubber pads. So right underfoot, built into the sidewall, you're gonna find a softer rubber material that's gonna help dampen vibrations and also help with harder impacts in the park or just riding with a more freestyle approach where that might be happening. And it also runs a sintered base with a medium stone finish. So that's gonna be a harder, more durable base material that's known to be a little bit faster compared to an extruded base. Of course, you wanna make sure to wax it regularly to maintain a nice fast feel out here. And they also have the added benefit of that medium stone finish. So there's a little bit of structure in the base of this snowboard that's gonna help it glide even more efficiently on a wide variety of snow textures. And the last thing I want to mention is that straight from the factory, this board comes with a freestyle edge bevel. So the metal edges are beveled up about 3 degrees. It's going to help prevent the board from hooking up when you're jibbing or hitting rail features, and just give it a little bit more confidence straight away, right out of the wrapper. So that's it for a quick tech breakdown out here. We're going to get these laps going. We'll check back in a little bit later to share some feedback on how it feels out here on the mountain. All right, the Huck knife. Flex-wise, this board's gonna sit pretty much in the middle of the road with a very versatile park flex, both lengthwise and torsionally. It's gonna give up some tall presses. It actually is a fairly buttery snowboard, all things considered. I think if you're into flat tricks, this is definitely one that you can progress with that style of riding, or if you just enjoy playing around, on flatter sections of the mountain, this board's a lot of fun for that. It's not particularly catchy, even though it does have that camber dominant profile. It makes presses look good without having to put in too much effort, and still comes through with some decent stability and a nice springy, snappy feel. It's still got some good pop as well. So it's really got all the ingredients that you want to be a nice, versatile, and still approachable freestyle twin. I did spend a good amount of time getting park laps both out at Copper and at Mammoth late season on this one. And the big standout with me on the Huck knife is the versatility. Whether you're just getting started out in freestyle and you're looking for something that you can kind of learn those first few tricks with and really progress with, the Huck knife is going to deliver that experience. Or if you have some time under your belt and you want something that you can really have a good time with regardless of what feature you throw at it, it's going to be a fun one for you as well. I mean, if you're trying to jib and do more presses and techie tricks, it's going to deliver that and make that a lot more approachable and accessible. But if you want to hit jumps and step up to some bigger features and gaps and things like that, it's got the stability to hang on and step up to those as well. So I think for 90% of us out there that just want something that is fun, it's got some pop, it locks into rails well, and still has a nice feel hitting some jumps, even progressing up to some bigger features, the Huck knife is going to be a great one. I mean, I even landed pretty backseat a couple of times. There was an underflip I did at Mammoth where I landed right on the tail and it still hung on to it. It wasn't that big of a jump, but I'm just saying, that mid flex really delivers that versatility that you want. It's just a great all around fun board regardless of what you throw at it. I want to talk about the carving experience you're going to find in this as well. And a couple specs I always like to throw out there for you guys are the waist width and side cut. So at size 156, you're going to find a 25.5 centimeter waist, which is pretty typical of a park twin. It's not particularly wide, not particularly narrow. It's just going to have a nice, comfortable, natural feel with quick edge to edge transition. And it runs around a 7.5 meter side cut at this size. So again, just a very versatile side cut, gonna feel good at a wide variety of speeds and, you know, feel good in the park, but also feel comfortable as you're out there cruising as well. And if you are exploring with your buddies, checking things out, it is gonna be a little bit of a mellower cruiser. I don't really think you're gonna find that it holds you back at all. It holds a good edge, carves very smooth, it's easy to initiate. But if you try to free ride with it, you know, you're gonna be able to find the limits. At the end of the day, this is like a mid-flexing park twin. So, you know, if you open it up, you're bombing hills, you're trying to find the speed limit, you might get a little bit of chatter in the tips, you might get bucked a little in some choppier snow conditions, but generally, it's gonna have a nice, versatile, comfortable feel exploring the resort as well. Overall, the Huck knife is just a really fun and approachable true twin snowboard. It's not a beginner board, but it's going to be a good choice for a wide range of progression and really all things freestyle. It's pressable, it's snappy, and it really can handle whatever you throw in front of it. So if you're looking for something to get some park laps with, or just want a nice versatile twin that isn't too aggressive, consider the Huck knife. I'm gonna have this thing linked down below so you can check it out, as well as a link to the latest issue of Snowboard Mag. Thank you guys for watching. I hope y'all got some value out of this video. If you did, make sure to drop a like before you go. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I appreciate all of y'all, and I'll see you in a new review next time.